Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE Talk. Well, tonight we start off with the action over on the NXT side of things, live from Chicago, Illinois.
Making his way to the ring from Lucerne, Switzerland, weighing in at 232 pounds, Caesar.
And here comes the former NXT North American Champion, folks, Cesaro. Set for a big time matchup tonight on WWE Dark to try and get back to winning ways. Of course, last time we saw him, he lost to the NXT Champion Gunther in a championship contest a number of weeks ago. But he's back tonight, looking to get a big win live on WWE Dark on the NXT side of things. Welcome to Dark, folks. I'm Callum, otherwise known as the KO King. This is WWE 2K24 Universe Mode, episode 208. Welcome to KO Productions, and welcome to WWE Talk. Cesaro awaiting his opponent here in this one, and it's none other than Schism member and the absolutely creepy motherfucker known as Joe Gacy.
New Jersey, weighing in at 249 pounds, Joe Gacy.
This will be an interesting matchup to say the least. The last time we saw Joe Gacy, he was in on Monday Night Raw, in fact. Him and Dexter Lumis teamed up against Samoa Joe, the World Heavyweight Champion, before before King of the Ring Premium Live event. Because Samoa Joe was taking on Uncle Howdy for the world title at that event. But tonight, Joe Gacy is back on NXT, his brand, and he's going up against former North American Champion. We're going to try and get his first big win here, or second victory, because he's already defeated Dexter Lumis all the way back at the start of the series. But wants to get back to winning ways tonight against Cesaro. What a great way to do it against a former North American champion and a man who also challenged for the NXT title. Going to be a good one, folks. Let's waste no further time. Get rid of the action live on WWE Dark. Here we go, man. Cesaro and Gacy kicking us off on the NXT side of things. Here we go. Let's get to work. Rod's a part of the NXT official ring of the bell. A matchup is officially underway. Collar will tap there. Joe Gacy, big kick there. And a beautiful bicycle boot by Joe Gacy, getting the upper hand. But now Cesaro running in with a bulldog on Gacy. Right off the opening bell. Big shots now. And here we go. Cesaro doing his thing here against Gacy in the corner. Now they go. Cesaro, big right hand swinging a miss. Didn't miss with that one. Beautiful kick in the corner. Not beautiful if your name is Joe Gacy. And a nice drop kick there by Cesaro, basement style on Gacy in the corner. Going to look those. The former North American champion went for a leg drop. Counter there by Cesaro, overhand shot, waist lock now, Joe Gacy, yeah, nice and very DDT, the snap there from Gacy, middle rope now, goes Joe Gacy, and look at that, double axe handle there, and now springboard, crossbody on the former North American champ, covered out on Cesaro, leg hook, shoulders down, kick it at one, by the Swiss cyborg there, man, with a big shots connecting. Elbow there, right on the top of the knee, perfectly placed. Cesaro got him in the corner now. What's he got in mind here? Look at Cesaro, tippy, top rope. Both these men are in a precarious position here. Look at the strength of Cesaro, the pro wrestling purist. Got Gacy, but a beautiful superplex. Delayed vertical style by Cesaro on Joe Gacy there, man. Gacy against the rope, trying to catch a breather. Cesaro clotheslines and sends him to the outside now. And now Cesaro looking to fly here. And that's contest and a beautiful slingshot. Cross body with a corkscrew as well by Cesaro. Gonna send Gacy right back into the ring now. We're gonna get a big one. Tippy top rope goes Cesaro. Elbow drop right on the chest now. Here's the cover. Leg is hook, shoulder down on Gacy. Scoring a two and a kick out by Gacy now. Cesaro double foot stomp right on the gut of Gacy. Cesaro looking good here against Gacy in the opening stage of this contest, but Joe Gacy runs a big DDT. A running DDT, dropping Cesaro right in his bald head. And they're picking up Cesaro, rubbing his face into the canvas and an elbow drop. Right to the back of Cesaro as Cesaro runs in. Caught through European uppercut. Cover on Gacy. Leg hook, shoulders down. Scores 2 and a kick out by Joe Gacy in this one. Fast-paced action. Here live on the NXT side of things on WWE. Darkest Cesaro runs in. That flipping neck breaker to a seat of Gacy. Gacy though, big bicycle boot on Cesaro, who again gets right back to his feet and knocked right back down the side by Gacy off the ropes. Now Gacy leg drop connecting right on the throat of Cesaro. And now Joe Gacy springboard crossbody now. Finding it smart, picking him up once again. What's Gacy looking for now? Big shot. And now Gacy running DDT for the second time. Cesaro is in big trouble here. And now look at Joe Gacy. What's he looking for now? Submission hold. Looking in the rings of Saturn on Cesaro by the ropes. Saving the former North American champion. And Gacy not happy. He just pump kicked the official. A pump kick and the referee runs a para. Big bicycle boot there. Cesaro on the outside trying to catch a breather. Gacy toe big on Halo. Takes him out on the floor though. Incredible scenes. Very fast-paced offense. The start is off live on NXT already. Joe Gacy sends Cesaro back into the ring. Gonna pick him up. We're gonna put him away here. There's Joe Gacy. Big shot blocked there. Caught by Cesaro. Cesaro able to get him cracking at the neck. Into the Gotch style neutralizer on Gacy to get the win. The official still down, however. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it was a 5 count. He almost beat him twice. The referee just got up and a kick out by Joe Gacy at the referee's count of 2. But realistically, it was a count of 5. If the referee wasn't down by Joe Gacy, Cesaro would have won this contest off of the neutralizer, a move that has given him great success already in this series as former North American champion and a challenger towards the NXT title as well. Gacy, beautiful dragon screw, out the handspring clothesline by Gacy. Cover on Cesaro for a huge upset, kicked out at 2 by Cesaro. Gacy almost getting an impressive win against former North American champion Cesaro. And now Gacy fired up now. Off the ropes again for a second time. There's the handspring clothesline again. Covered by Gacy. Leg hook, shoulder down on Cesaro. 2 count kick out again by Cesaro. Unreal, man. Incredible scenes. Big clothesline caught. Big kick caught. Cesaro forearm smash there, connecting, finding its mark. And what's Cesaro looking for now? Got the arm strap, straight jacket, power bomb by the Pro Wrestling Purist. Swiss Superman in for the cover now. 2 count kick out on Gacy. Close call, not enough for the 3 just yet. My days, and now Cesaro went for a big stomp. Joe Gacy gets the upper hand now. And a single-legged boot, big drop kick off his feet goes Joe Gacy, sends Cesaro astray now. And they're picking up the Pro Wrestling Purist. Big shot blocked by Cesaro. Cesaro went for something there. Gacy able to block it. Big elbows to the side of the head. And now Joe Gacy going to steal the win here. We're going to get the victory. Shoulders down on Cesaro. Scoring 2 and a kick out. So close yet so far away there. Gacy almost getting the win over Cesaro now. Cesaro on the outside of the ring. Joe Gacy looking like he's going to have to fly again for the second time of this contest, and he will do just that. Joe Gacy tope on heel for the second time against Cesaro in this matchup. And now Joe Gacy going to send Cesaro back into the ring now. Gacy looking for a backhand. He goes himself, and now Gacy setting up Cesaro perhaps for the beginning of the end. Joe Gacy, full Nelson, big time slam, out of the submission, rings of Saturn. Cesaro in trouble, doesn't want to be there. Gacy for a major upset here in NXT, and I guess Cesaro getting to the ropes. Able to get to the ropes in the right hand to the official Woods Apata. He ain't happy. How the hell are these people getting away with this? Cesaro, sliding clothesline of Gacy, who's on one knee. Gacy should either be disqualified or fined for putting his hands on the official not once but twice in this contest. Now Cesaro sends Gacy to the corner, and here comes the uppercut trained by Cesaro now. Big European uppercut followed by another one. And there's Cesaro, another one finds its mark. Off the ropes now. Drop kick by Cesaro. And there's Cesaro on fire here in this one. My days. Becky and Gacy up to his feet. Big time shot. And now Gacy able to get the counter. And now Joe Gacy with another punt kick. Bicycle boot again by Gacy. And now Joe Gacy again. Looking for another Rings of Saturn. Submission hold. No ropes there this time for Cesaro. He's in trouble. What's Cesaro going to do here? Gacy's got it locked in tight. Will Cesaro submit if he does? Gacy's just picked up the biggest victory of his career here. Got a locked in Rings of Saturn. Roads a pad right there to see if Cesaro submits. Cesaro's in a world of hurt. He was in big trouble with Cesaro. Able to power out like the incredible powerhouse that he is. And he's been known to be in this series. Cesaro now. Big time shot. Another big forearm cut. This time from Joe Gacy. Joe Gacy with a shot of his own. And then here comes Gacy. Firing on all cylinders against Cesaro. Cesaro with a shot of his own. Another shot from Cesaro. Another one from Cesaro. Cesaro's doing his thing here. But Joe Gacy looking to catch Cesaro off guard. Oh, corner roll. Shoulders down. 2 count kick out by Cesaro. Oh my days. And Joe Gacy waiting in the wings to put Cesaro away. Looking for that Rings of Saturn again. Waistlock though from behind the Cesaro. Nice counter there by the Swiss Superman. And there's Cesaro. Big full arm and a European uppercut by Cesaro now. And this has got to be all she wrote for Joe Gacy here. Here's the Cesaro swing. Gacy going for a ride here live in Chicago. Bam! Down he goes, and this could be all she wrote for Joe Gacy. Cesaro stomping away on the leg of Love is Blind Joe Gacy. One thing I will say about Joe Gacy, he's got an incredible entrance theme. But not an incredible winning record in this series. Let's see if we can change that around tonight. Cesaro, drop kick. Stops him right where he stands. And now Cesaro got the legs of Gacy. And look at a step through now to make Joe tap out here. Submission hold. Sharpshooter, center of the ring. Nowhere for Gacy to go. Will he submit? Yes, he will in quick fashion. Cesaro victorious here tonight live on WWE Dark. My days. Great victory for Cesaro here this evening. Joe Gacy though gave it his all. A great fight, a great performance for Joe Gacy tonight, but not enough to put away former North American champion Cesaro, who's trying to climb his way back up the power rankings and get more gold right here live on NXT. Congratulations going out to Cesaro for a great victory here live on Dark. As we move into whatever the hell is next, live on WWE. So wait a minute, who's the Bronson Reed? Cesaro is still celebrating his victory, and Bronson Reed came out of nowhere ambushing the pro wrestling purist. What the hell is this all about? Big Bronson Reed looking to make a statement here. Picking up Cesaro and Axe Driver. Axe Driver just dropped him on the top of his head, and he ain't even done yet. He's looking for another one. What the hell is this about? Reed and Cesaro have had no problems this entire series, but now it looks like Reed is picking a fight with Cesaro here tonight. And he's not even done. 2 Axe Driver top rope tsunami by Reed. Absolutely putting Cesaro down and winding him after a hard-fought match with Joe Gacy here tonight on NXT. Bronson Reed dismantling Cesaro live on WWE Dark. But ladies and gentlemen, still to come in tonight in your main event as we're trying to switch gears from that heinous attack from Bronson Reed. Chris Jericho and Dolph Ziggler are going to be teaming up tonight in your main event. They take on Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, the OC. Later on tonight on Dark, but coming up next, women's action. Both women trying to get their first victory here in this series. Michin going one-on-one with Sonya Deville. That's coming your way here next live on the Raw side of things of WWE Dark. From Sunrise, Florida, and here comes the HBIC of the WWE. Monday Night Raw star Michin, who's got a Survivor Series qualifying match this coming week on Raw against Naomi.
Making her way to the ring from Fontana, California, Michin!
Let's see if Michin can build momentum for a matchup against Naomi with a big win over Sonya Deville here next live on Dark. Big time contest coming your way. Don't go anywhere, folks. It's coming live next. And here is Sonya Deville then, making her way to the ring. Still not picked up a victory here in this series just yet. Looking for her first against Michin, and Michin is the woman who is getting a Survivor Series qualifying match against Naomi this coming week on Monday Night Raw. But you got to imagine if Sonya Deville beats her here tonight, maybe Sonya takes Michin's spot in that matchup against Naomi, because Sonya only been seen recently on WWE Dark, never a part of the main show of Monday Night Raw because of her losing record, always losing. Never won a match here in this series, neither has Michin either. But Sonya has lost much more, considerably more than Michin has. Let's see who gets their first win here in this series as Shad Patton, the Raw official, rings the bell. Matchup is underway here live on the Monday Night Raw side of things. There have been no contest evening live on Dark in Sunrise, Florida. Michin, nice kick there, got her where she wants her, and a nice Northern Light suplex with a bridge covered by Michin, kicking at one by the bell. And then Michin now, beautiful kicks on Sonya. Big boot right to the top of the head. And now Sonya Deville running in. Oh, nice! Nice takedown by Deville. And now what's Sonya got to mind? Oh, God. The Kamagoye knee. Big straight there by Deville. And now Sonya. Oh, neck breaker. Nothing pretty about that whatsoever, but certainly effective. Trying to break the neck of Michin here in this matchup. The name is in the move. And neck breaker. And Sonya, look at these strikes now. Showing off here on Dark. Cover now, shoulders down on Michin. 1 count kick out by the HBIC of the WWE, formerly NXT, now a part of the Raw roster. Michin, neck breaker now. One of her own now, and a big boot on Sonya Deville. And now what's Michin gonna make? Oh, there's the satellite DDT, incredible. Cover by Michin. A kick out immediately by Deville. Oh, that great manoeuvre as well. That is unbelievable that Sonya was able to kick out of that. Sonya middle rope, big kick by Deville now. And Sonya didn't get all of it, but may have gotten enough to put Michin down in this contest. Here's the cover, shoulders down, lateral press, kick out by Michin here in this one. And they're stomping away. Here on Michin, beautiful kick to the lower back of Michin here, and now Sonya Deville doing her thing. Nice stomp after stomp on Michin. Michin now, beautiful boot to the moosh. Picking Deville up to her feet. And a Saito suplex by Michin here in this one. Sonya finds her way in the corner now. Michin, oh, beautiful cannonball. And now, out of the corner, there's the tornado DDT from the middle rope. Michin in for the cover. Leg is hooked, shoulders down, and a kick out immediately again by Sonya. What the hell is it going to take to keep Sonya Deville down here? Big kick caught. Kick to the calf by Deville. Now Sonya Deville. Submission hold. Triangle. Center of the ring. Triangle. Head and arm. Submission hold here. Will Sonya Deville get the submission win against Michin? Shad Patton looking to see if Michin will submit here. And look at Michin going to power out of it. Big shots. Fighting out, but you gotta believe her arm is in a world of hurt after that one. Michin though kicking at the leg of Deville. Protect your neck on Sonya. Here's the cover. Leg is hooked, shoulders down for the win here for Michin. 2 count, kick out by Deville now. There's a great back and forth offense. Sonya Deville, wait a minute. Shoulders down here, inside cradle. Small package for the victory. And a kick out by Michin now. Oh, and a big boot right at the top of the head by Michin. And Michin got the arm, meet the feet! Center of the ring. This could be the moment here for Michin. The cover of the leg is hooked, the shoulders down, 2 count. Oh, and Sonya stays alive again. Unbelievable. We always talk about it every Sonya Deville match. Even though she's not won a match here in that series, she is incredibly resilient, kicking out of everything thrown at her. And now Sonya looking to get her first win right here. O'Connor roll on Michin. 2 count, kicked out. And then Michin rolls through. And now O'Connor roll on her own. 2 count, kicked out by Sonya this time. My lord, now Michin again. A springboard tornado DDT off the middle rope now. And Michin looking good. You've got to imagine Naomi is looking at this matchup very closely. She faces Michin this coming week on Monday Night Raw. Because he will be the final part of Team Raw on the women's division at Survivor Series and a 4-on-4 traditional Survivor Series elimination matchup. Betting Raw versus SmackDown, the battle for brand supremacy. Big kick to the hammy by Sonya Deville. Sonya now got her where she wants her. Deville's advocate. Elbow connecting right to the heart of Michin. Cover for her first victory in the series. Now kicked out by Michin. And Deville is pissed. Sonya Deville is absolutely furious, folks. And now Sonya, look at that big time shot there as Chad Patton, the Raw official, looks on at this one and now sweeping the leg. Face first goes Michin to the mat. And they're going after the leg now with Sonya Deville here. Look at Sonya. Looking away now. Big boot. And now look at this ankle lock. Ankle lock by Sonya Deville. Center of the ring. Nowhere for Michin to go. No ropes. Nowhere but out for Michin. And she's going to have to roll through. Kicking her away now. Michin looking good. Big time forearm strike. Another one finds its mark. Docking the line. And there's a Pele by Michin. And then Michin back on the attack, at least for now. But there's Sonya Deville taking her right back down. And a Deville. And another triangle. Head on choke here. Head on choke on Michin. This could be all over for Michin here in your penultimate matchup of the evening. Live on Dark. Michin's in trouble. Deville's got it locked in. Chad Patton right there to see if Michin will submit. If she does, you gotta imagine Michin will be substituted for Deville in the matchup with Naomi. But Michin able to break free. Able to get out of it. There's one thing being pinned. There's another being submitted by a woman who's never won a match in this series. Michin now, what's she looking for here? Protect Janek for the second time in the matchup. And now Michin heading up to the top rope to put this one away here. Tippy top 450 splash. Cover for the win here on Dark. 2 count. Got it all. Kicked out by the bell again. Are you kidding me? Unbelievable scenes. Great contest tonight live on WWE Dark. Sonya Deville on the apron. Michin there. Big forearm. And now Sonya heading up to the top rope. Sonya's determined to pick up her first victory here. Michin, big shot. Sonya catching her. Big shot on the top of the head. Crossbody off the ropes. Off the top. Michin in trouble. Sonya covers 2 count for her first victory in the series. And a kick out by Michin. Both these women need a victory. Sonya especially, as she's done nothing but lose this entire series. Michin has not been in as much matches as Sonya has, but she has lost everyone she has been in. Apart from this one, maybe I'll kick out by Deville off the victory roll. I was sure a victory was destined for Michin right there, but it could be for Sonya. Picks her up. And Deville connecting Nightmare Pendulum cover. 2 count for a victory. Kick it again by Michin. Unbelievable. Holy smokes. Sonya Deville is pissed. There's Sonya right there. Big shot on the apron of Michin. Another one. This time Michin catching it. Michin comes back into the ring. Big kick. And now look at her. There it is again. Springboard Tornado DDT by Michin. And at the HBIC looking to pick up her first victory in the series. About mental momentum against Naomi for the match of this coming week. There's the defeat. Cover on Deville. Leg hook, shoulders down. Scoring 2 and 3. Michin victorious here live on the Monday Night Raw side of things, live from WWE Dark on Sunrise, Florida. What a matchup. What a great win for Michin. Michin now officially picked up her first victory here in this Universe Mode Series as Sonya Deville once again will lose another matchup. Big one nonetheless for Michin tonight. Live on WWE Dark. That has got to feel good. And I'm looking forward to that matchup with her and Naomi this coming week on Monday Night Raw. Who will be the final woman to join Team Raw at Survivor Series to represent their brand with a war against SmackDown? We'll find out next weekend, folks, as Michin stands tall and celebrates her first victory here in this Universe Mode Series, live on the Monday Night Raw side of things on Dark. But coming up next, your main event of the evening from the SmackDown side of things here in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Dolph Ziggler and Chris Jericho team up for the second time in this series as they take on Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, the OC. This big matchup coming up next, and your main event of the evening, live on the SmackDown side of things here on Dark from Hershey, Pennsylvania. Here we go, man.
Contest is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, from Hollywood, Florida, weighing in at 218 pounds.
And here is the show off then. Dolph Ziggler. Him and Jericho have teamed up in the past before with one match. And they lost that matchup. But they're taking on a team tonight that has only had one victory in this series. And that was in the very first episode of SmackDown. Defeating the current tag team champions, the Undisputed Era. Of course, they weren't at the time. There weren't any tag team champions at the time. But that's who they beat. The OC. Defeated the Undisputed Era. And then the OC getting a title matchup against the UE a number of weeks ago on SmackDown, coming up short. Tonight we see how they do against the makeshift tag team. A team that has only had one appearance as a team here in this series and has lost as well.
Weighing in at 227 pounds, Chris Jericho.
Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a fun one. Chris Jericho and Dolph Ziggler teaming up here for the second time in this series. They take on the OCs, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, in your main event live on the SmackDown side of things on Dark from Hershey, Pennsylvania. It's next, folks. Don't go anywhere. We're back live on WWE Dark as here are the original, the official, the only club that matters. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. The OC, who are desperate to pick up another victory here in this Universe Mode series. Can they do it against the makeshift team of Jericho and Ziggler here tonight in your main event of WWE Dark? We will find out right here in a matter of moments, folks. Live at Hershey, Pennsylvania. Going to be a fun one here on your main event of the evening. The crowd ready for this tag team matchup, as am I. Dolph Ziggler going to be starting this one off against Luke Gallows here in this one. Let's get into it. SmackDown official Charles Robinson ringing the bell, and matchup is officially underway. Here we go, calling what's happening. Nice kick by Ziggler. Gallows able to push him away there. And look at this, Dolph Ziggler having his fun, but Gallows running in with a big running shoulder tackle, a big jumping shoulder tackle rather, on the headbutt now on Ziggler in this main event here tonight. And mentioned on SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen, that next week, the Undisputed Era, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly put their tag titles on the line for the last time before Survivor Series. They do battle against the World Tag Team Champions, whether it's the Street Profits or FTR, for the tag team titles in a ladder match. This coming week on Monday Night Raw, the Undisputed Era will put the titles on the line against Dolph Ziggler and Chris Jericho if they are able to win this matchup tonight here in this main event of WWE Dark. But if Gallows and Anderson win, it could be literally any team, because the UE have beaten pretty much everybody there is to beat on this series as tag team champions. They beat the Usos, they beat Gallows and Anderson, they beat Donna and Tyler Bate before they were even tag team champions twice as well. And they might as well put down Ziggler and Jericho as well. It was this past week on SmackDown. It was last night. Montez Ford, one half of the World Tag Team Champions, putting down one half of the WWE Tag Champs, Kyle O'Reilly, in singles competition. Very interesting to say the least in that matchup. I'm excited to see what goes down at Survivor Series, and of course what goes down next week. FTR getting another shot at the tag team titles in a ladder match against the Street Profits for the gold. And it's going down very soon. Next week live on Monday Night Raw. Dolph Ziggler, nice kick there to the midsection. Carl Anderson, beautiful forearm counter, and a nice knee there on Dolph Ziggler. And Ziggler needing a tag there to Chris Jericho. Carl Anderson doesn't want to let it happen. Tag made, back in comes Gallows. Here comes Jericho. And now the two fresh men of this team. And now here comes Jericho. Bulldog the Gallows now. Anderson went for a cheap shot. Jericho went for a dive out of the corner. Gallows able to stop him with his tracks. Nice kick. Face first. Low goes Gallows by Jericho, and a drop kick. Down goes Big LG, and now sending Anderson off the apron is Jericho. And now heading to the top rope. Now it's Y2J. Looking to fly here, and a moonsault by Jericho. And for the cover. Leg is hooked, shoulders down. Scoring two and a kick out by Luke Gallows. My Lord Almighty. Look at this. Showing off her guns as Chris Jericho sending Luke Gallows to the outside of the ring. Now it's Y2J. And now Chris Jericho looking to try and take out Carl Anderson. But now this time able to connect with it. And look at Luke Gallows now. But Chris Jericho taking out Gallows on the floor as well. Jericho's a one-man wrecking crew here in this main event live on Dark. Slingshot crossbody to the back of Gallows. Floats him over. These two both men legal here. Shoulders down on Gallows. Lateral press kick out by the big LG. You know, looking to stomp on him. Wanting to tag into Carl Anderson. But Gallows running DDT. On to Chris Jericho now. Now it's Luke Gallows picking up Jericho. Look at the strength here. Look at that. Big hammer down. With the fist picking up Jericho and a flapjack by Gallows face first to the mat. Sending Jericho. Here's the cover. Leg is hooked, shoulders down. Scoring two and a kick out by Y2J. Now tag made. In comes Carl Anderson once again. Anderson back into this contest here. And now picking him up. Here's suplex. Beautifully executed there. Aye, Anderson out of the corner now. Carl Anderson, middle rope on Jericho. Big knee moving out of the way though is Jericho. No water in the pool there for Anderson. And there's a nice step up enzuigiri by Jericho. Y2J now beautifully executed with that one. And now Jericho stomping away on Carl Anderson now. And look at that's from Jericho. Incredible. In for the cover now for the victory. Scored only a one. And a kick out by Anderson. Now Jericho in control here of Carl Anderson. Went for the knee there. Moving out the way is Anderson. Nice shot. Kick caught by Jericho. Jericho now caught. Breaker. Out of nowhere. Got him right on the nose of Anderson. Gallows in to break it up. This main event continues live on Dark. And Jericho gonna send Gallows to the outside. Gonna send him right crashing to the floor. Anderson with a forearm as we're back live on Dark. Chris Jericho with a shot on Anderson on the top rope. Anderson able to get him with a shot back. And now Anderson off the top with a running neck breaker. Or a top rope neck breaker. Anderson cover on Jericho for the win. Kick out at one by Jericho. And now Anderson backing up Y2J. Jericho nice counter drop kick on Anderson. And both of these men needing a tag here, especially Anderson, but Jericho stomping on the leg, preventing the tag and making the tag to Dolph Ziggler. Great tag team abilities already in display from Ziggler and Jericho. They've already had one match in the series as a team, all the way back, I believe, before Bad Blood Premium Lab event, where Jericho and Ziggler teamed up in a losing effort to the almighty Bobby Lashley and Daniel Bryan, Mr. Money in the Bank, over on this SmackDown brat. And now Carl Anderson, big jawbreaker fighting back against Ziggler off the ropes now. Anderson, rocket kick by Anderson. Machine gun now in for the cover on Ziggler. Leg is hooked, shoulders down, and Jericho in to make the save. Keep this matchup going. The official has been knocked down as well. Charles Robinson down and out. And look at this from Carl Anderson. There goes Ziggler. Oh, but look at that Ziggler with a cover on Anderson. Anderson's own maneuver there. In for the cover, but there's no official. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a kick out. He would have beat him twice if the referee was actually up, but Jericho knocking down the official when he broke up the pinfall. And I was saying great tag team work from Jericho and Ziggler, but maybe not after that. And a clothesline to the outside goes Dolph Ziggler, and Jericho sent back into the floor as well. Luke Gallows remains standing on the inside of the ring by himself. But now Ziggler back into the ring on his own right. Dolph Ziggler shoulders down on Luke Gallows. Kick out immediately by Gallows, however. Big shot, no. Locked it. Gallows clothesline. Gallows looking good here against Dolph Ziggler. Irish whip gonna send Ziggles into the corner. Tag made, in comes Anderson. This could be the moment here for the OC to get the victory right here. Got him where they want. The Magic Killer. Cover by Anderson. Leg hook, shoulders down. Scores 2. Kick out by Ziggler. My lord. This one rolls on. Ziggler somehow getting to his feet. Jericho down off the mat as well. Big forearm there from Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler with a nice shot. Ziggler again with a nice shot. And look at Dolph go here. Now Dolph Ziggler flying down on a clothesline on Anderson. Off the springboard by the show off. Picking up Machine Gun Carl Anderson. What's he going to make here? Super kick connecting. Right on the jaw of Anderson. Cover Gallows is in too. He's not breaking it up though. And a kick out by Anderson. And he just kicked his own tag team partner there was Luke Gallows. Jesus God. No wonder they're barely ever won matches. He's kicking his own tag partner. Now going to send them off the mat now. Send them off the apron. And now Carl Anderson down on the mat. Dolph Ziggler looking to perhaps take out Luke Gallows here. Here goes Dolph. Tope over the top rope. Taking out Luke Gallows. And now Anderson and Ziggler. Legal back in the ring here. Carl Anderson with a big European uppercut. And now going to pick him up to his feet. And there's the spine buster on Ziggler. Here's the cover. Leg is hooked, shoulders down. Scoring 2 for a huge one of the kick out by Ziggler. Great matchup here in this main event. Here tonight on SmackDown. Big shot there from Carl Anderson. Making the tag now back in. Comes the big LG Gallows. And now Gallows got a beautiful splash. Cover again on Dolph. Leg hook, shoulders down. Scores 2 for the win. Here you kick out again by Ziggler. A great tag team battle tonight. Gallows and Ziggler back and forth here. Look at Ziggler. Zigzag on Gallows. Zigzag connecting, getting all of it. Here's the cover for the win. And a big tag team victory and a kick out by the big man LG once more. My Lord, and Ziggler desperately need to make the tag. Back in comes Chris Jericho. Gallows getting to his feet. Jericho now waiting in the wings. Judas effect, and that'll do it. There goes Anderson. Here's the cover on Gallows. Leg hook, shoulders down. Scores 2. And a kick out again by Gallows. Oh my, I thought that was it. I thought that was surely over. But not yet. Seeing Luke Gallows staying alive. Big knee there from Gallows. Now look at Gallows picking up Jericho here. Face first off the big time blackjack. And now Gallows. That's the moment here. The OC for a big major win that they desperately need, and down he goes. Shoulders down here on Jericho, and breaking it up. It's Dolph Ziggler. And look at that there. Ziggler getting taken out by the big man LG. Now tag me. In comes Machine Gun Carl Anderson. Big shots by Anderson on Jericho here. Stomping away on him. Here's the cover. Leg is hooked, shoulders down for the win. Scoring 2. Can he do it? No, another kick out by Jericho. Jesus God, what is it going to take to put either of these teams down here? On WWE Dark, big kick by Jericho. Jericho, big right hand, turns him round. And face first goes Anderson on the mat now. And now Chris Jericho. Got him submission. That's it. Good night, Lion Tamer on Anderson. But there's Luke Gallows in to make the save. Luke Gallows in to make the save. And now Gallows with a pump handle slam on Jericho. Jericho needs to make the tag back in. Now comes Dolph Ziggler. Here comes Dolphy boy. Back in with Anderson. Now big kick caught by Anderson. Beautiful forearm straight by the Machine Gun. Turns him round. Anderson caught her again. Caught her again. Cover now on Ziggler. Jericho back in making the save. Oh Jesus God. And a tag back in comes LG Luke Gallows. Ziggler on the outside. Luke Gallows at the top rope. What the hell is he thinking here? He takes it his own man as well though. Takes it his own partner. Big flying. Shoulder tackle off the top. Taking out Anderson as well. And I'm going to send Gallows back into the ring as Ziggler. Elbow drop to the back now. And they're going to send Anderson off the apron once more. Big stomp on Gallows to put this match up down and get a title shot. Next week on SmackDown against the Undisputed Era. And there's the super kick by Ziggler. And Ziggler and Jericho earn themselves a shot at the tag team gold next week on SmackDown. Here's the cover hook of the leg, shoulders down, scoring 2 and gets the win. Jericho and Ziggler victorious. They will face Fish and O'Reilly, the Undisputed Era, next week live on SmackDown for the WWE Tag Team titles ahead of Survivor Series, and they could walk into Survivor Series the WWE Tag Team Champions of SmackDown. What a great matchup here tonight on Dark. Great show all round, as that's all we have time for here tonight live on WWE Dark. Thank you very much for joining us here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. It has been a hell of a show. Join us next week for the Go Home edition of Raw, SmackDown and NXT and Dark, but for Survivor Series and of course Vengeance Day as well. Tune in then, we'll see you soon. Peace.